Muy buenas, soy Sigiloco Games, estamos aquí de nuevo en el Mass Effect 1, el Legendary Edition. Estamos justamente donde nos habíamos quedado en la televisión. Estamos aquí con Rex y con Garus. Y vamos a seguir completando aquí en la ciudad, ¿verdad? Las misiones que tenemos pendientes. A ver, aquí... No, aquí no hay nada. A ver, teníamos una misión... Parece que era... No hay que salir, ¿o qué? A ver, ¿dónde estoy? Vente por aquí. Ah, ya. Por aquí la salida. Vamos para acá. Y tenemos que ir a ver con Shorvan. Shorvan está acá por las torres del consejo. Vamos rapidillo para allá. En lugares de presidium. A ver, otra vez. Tenemos ISEG, el mercado, centro médico. No, es en la torre. A ver, lugares de presidium. Vamos a torre de ciudad. Muy bien. Por aquí me acuerdo que estaba este buen sujeto del científico este.
Maybe, but I wouldn't believe everything you hear.
Ok, ya no está. Estaba aquí. Pero ya no está. Dice delante cajón.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the counselor's assistants.
No. A ver, ¿dónde está ese güey?
No,
Tal vez
I
está
just want to
en-
ask a
en-
couple of
en
questions.
C6. Vamos a ver. Aquí no me señala nada. No, aquí no hay. Vamos para el CISEG. Embajada, sobre consorte, distrito financiero. A ver, ahí está una misión. Tenemos a Vina, está en el emporio. Todo eso ya está, entonces me falta... Vamos a CISEG, creo que está ahí. A la academia de CISEG, creo que es por aquí. Ah, no, pero es por arriba. Ah, no, ahí está. Aquí está. Vámonos.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another Profile in Courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance Military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
Muy bien. Vamos a ver si la encontramos por aquí. Antes del ascensor. A ver el chalet. Oficial del CICE. Ah, pues no está. Tenía la impresión de que estaba por aquí, pero no. Muy bien. Parece que no hay nada. Lugares de los distritos solo nos da canal tráfico. Aquí está. Ahí está Charbon.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorban.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
We're not buying it. Jalid told us you've been after him.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Everything.
You boys can go. Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the keepers?
What's so special about that?
The keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
That doesn't explain why you're trying to kill your partner.
I'm not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
So you're just trying to get back what Jalid already stole.
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
I suppose a little scanning here and there won't hurt anyone.
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jalid. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jalid won't help me analyze it.
I'll go have a chat with him right now.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
Muy bien. Tenemos que volver a hablar con este buen muchacho. A ver, Jalid está en... Sí, eso sí. Atrás. Los distritos. Sí. Vamos a ver. Creo que era por acá. Ah, no, aquí. Aquí esta es la zona de equipamiento. Bueno, para irse. Muy bien. Vamos a ver a Jalid.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorban?
I found out you've been lying to me, Jalid.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
You forgot to mention the data about the Keeper.
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorben would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of him.
I'm scanning the keepers for Shorben, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so. Well, if Shorben can forgive and forget, then so can I. I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
Muy bien. Completada esa misión.
Hello, Commander.
Y ahora sí creo que nos toca ya. Y prácticamente misión principal. Vamos para acá. Creo que ese era en el antro de Cora. Y hay que ir a visitar a Puño. Vamos. No, ¿verdad? Vamos al antro de Cora. Muy bien. A ver, no, por acá. Preparémonos. Listo.
Looks like it's shut down.
Fist knows. Hostile spotted. All targets down.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back or we'll shoot.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I never liked Fist anyway. It would have been quicker to just kill them.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
Ok, aquí. Codificación que sea fácil. Ah. Quedamos todo esto. Vamos a puño.
Time to die. Wait! Don't kill me, I surrender!
Where's the Quarian?
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker. Ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Give me the location. Now.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry. What are you doing?
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
We don't shoot unarmed prisoners.
How many people died because of him? He brought this on himself. Besides, we have more pressing concerns.
That Quarian's dead if we don't go now.
Muy bien. ¿Qué tengo aquí? ¿Algo recogido? Codificación, lo que sea. No. No. Esto. He recogido lo que sea que ha habido ahí. Y acá hay más enemigos. A ver, tú. Sí, esto está bien. Porque esto.
Can't get an angle. I'm a little busy here.
Clear.
¿A dónde hay que ir? Por aquí.
Did you bring it?
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
Shields down.
I can't get a lock. Target in sight.
Fist set me up. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
Bien.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
You wanted proof Saren's a traitor. This is it.
Really? Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean. but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her, the Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Muy bien. Presionamos con grupo normal. Vamos a ver si tenemos algo de con todo esto. A ver si es que alguien subió de nivel. Exactamente. Ashley. Muy bien. Bueno, yo todavía no tengo nada. Y el siguiente que voy a subir es tal vez forma física o electrónica, sí. Electrónica, sabotaje y fusiles. Muy bien. Aquí tenemos las misiones. Tenemos tenemos esta de aquí, la ciudad de la posición reportera. Entrega la información. Vamos a ver esto. Vamos a ver. No. Sí, a ver. ¿Cómo lo debo seguir aquí? A ver, por nombre. A ver, esta de información estaba allá, me acuerdo. A ver, la reportera estaba. Aquí estamos. No, espera, vamos a viajar aquí al mercado.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time?
¿Qué pasó?
Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
What do you need?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime.
Wait, the 212? Your wife was Serviceman Nirali Bhatia. I'm Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. I served in her unit.
Chief Williams, it is a pleasure. Nirali spoke of you with great respect.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Mr. Bhatia. Nirali was a good woman. What can we do for you?
I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
We'll look into it.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
Muy bien, vámonos. A ver. Parte. Vamos a ayudar a ese buen señor. Ahí está. Bosker.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You're studying her injuries to learn more about Geth weaponry.
The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
How long do you think this research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
You gotta have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
Not if we lose our humanity in the process. I am out here fighting to stop crap like this.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Muy bien, asunto resuelto. Vámonos aquí. Aquí está este güey. Aquí tenemos algo más. O el señor Batio. El señor Batio.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
Your wife is coming home, Mr. Bhatia.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
Samesh, I don't know if this helps, but your wife, Nirali, loved you very much. She missed your cooking, and she played recordings of you every night before she went to sleep.
I know, Miss Williams. But thank you. It's nice to hear it again.
Muy bien. Así podemos subir un poco más rápido el nivel. Haciendo misioncillas secundarias. Ya saben que las misiones secundarias, siempre cuando tienen historia, las estoy haciendo. A ver, aquí tenemos una cosa que se llama el flux. Que ya no lo encuentro. Ahí tenemos CISEG, el Andro de Cora, Mercado, el Centro Médico. Pero no hay flux. Sala del consorte, todo eso. Vamos a la torre. Ah, no, espérenme, me falta una misión, me parece, aquí en la ciudadela. Tenemos el profeta del... Ah, necesitamos entregar la información. Esto nos falta. Estoy apurando demasiado. A ver, vámonos aquí al mercado. Cada segundo. Mercado. Bien, a ver, creo que esta buena muchacha estaba por acá. Ahí está.
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist files? This could be even bigger than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth quite a bit, and I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go see what's on these discs.
Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver qué tenemos. Tengo 4 punticos. Vamos a subirnos fósiles, ¿cierto? Decodificación. Y vamos a subirnos 2 de electrónica. Esto que tengo aquí. Es mejor escudo, motivación. Motivación y... ¿no más? Muy bien. Aquí tengo amortiguación, pero todavía no tengo nada. Muy bien. Aquí no tiene esto. Muy bien. Uy, aquí tengo ya tengo fusiles de franco, muchachos. Esto sí me interesa. Y también puedo subir aquí uno más de este. Uno más de encanto. Muy bien. Y la última misión que tengo en la ciudadela es esta de resuelve la disputa. Aquí tenemos el fan. A ver, ¿dónde está este güey? Creo que estas misiones son las que son de largo. Lo voy a hacer receiving. Vamos a ver. Cosas a los distritos. Sí, justamente eso. Espero un guardadillo rápido aquí, rapidito.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
The CSEC officer is just doing his job. You're causing trouble.
This one is too humble to suggest that the CSEC officer is personally biased. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
If the Protheans had wanted you to force your message on the unwilling, they'd have said so.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Bueno, tiene una experiencia y un nivel. Muy bien. Y tengo aquí las misiones principales. Y estas ya son misiones de planetas. Como pueden ver aquí. Y bueno, esta de la ciudad del fan. Pero eso ya creo que se van actualizando poco a poco. Vamos aquí, ahora voy a hacer Presidium. Ahora sí vamos a ganar toda la ciudad. Y bien. Estamos aquí en la Torre Ciudadela. Vamos a hablar directamente aquí con un capitán.
Come on. Udina's presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who is she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I tried to warn you about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
I can take Saren down.
The Commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No! It's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
Y así comienza la aventura, muchachos. Recién comienza todo.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the C-Sec Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Not even a thank you from the Ambassador.
He's got a lot on his mind. Come on.
Right behind you, Commander.
Muy bien, ya tenemos el talento de espectro. A ver qué tenemos aquí. ¿Quién es, perdón? Aquí está, entrenamiento de espectro. Este es muy bueno en realidad. Muy bueno. Así que vamos a tener que irlo subiendo poco a poco. Vámonos. Muy bien, tenemos. Hola con el embajador y CISEC, vamos a CISEC. A ver, vamos acá. Desde los distritos, vamos a CISEC. Bien, aquí irse aquí al... ¿Dónde está este buen muchacho? Aquí.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Muy bien. Vamos, aquí tenemos un amplificador biótico. Que de momento no tenemos mucho dinero para ir comprando esas cosillas. Estas son el equipo especial de espectro, pero ya ven el costo de esto. Es bastante jodido. Vamos a vender toda la chatarra. Así. Bien. Esto se va a quedar ahí de momento. Bien, ¿qué hay que hacer? El embajador está por aquí. Ahora vamos a ver. Inventario. Tenemos unas escopetillas. Aquí tenemos unas pistolicas que no nos sirven de nada. Aquí no hay nada. Tampoco. Y el modelo tampoco no tenemos nada. Entonces ahora vamos a ver qué hemos cogido aquí. Vamos, aquí tenemos perforante 1. Hasta dice de fase, pero no. Sensor de combate, mira mejorado. Esto puede ser para esta de aquí. Esta tiene antipersonal, daño contra orgánicos. Poder mira mejorado 2. Bien. Vámonos.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Okay.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing. But you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful, Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council... I had a bad feeling about him right from the start.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Un poquito más de experiencia y un poco más de códice. Bueno, aquí tengo algo. Okay. Mira tú. Nunca había visto eso. Bien, eso lo dimos, muchachos. Vamos a nuestra nave.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Decontamination.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Listen up, Normandy. This is your commander speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit, and I refuse to let anything get in the way of that mission. We all know what happened on Eden Prime. We saw the destruction. We saw the bodies. We saw what Saren did, and I plan to make him pay. For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of. Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too. Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain would be proud.
The Captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Muy bien. Unas palabras medio heroicas ahí.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik's syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Un poco más de info. Siempre es bueno tener más info. Aquí no hay nada más, ¿verdad? Tenemos el mapa de la galaxia. Tenemos aquí nuevamente Parte.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Speak freely, Presley.
I trust you, Commander. If you think they belong here, then so do I.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Aquí no hay nada, aquí no hay nada. Por aquí. Algo por aquí tal vez. No, aquí solo es la sala de consejo de la nave. Estamos en la Normandía SR1. Vamos a ver qué nos cuentan nuestros compas. Así obtenemos más misiones, muchachos. Tenemos que hablar con nuestros compas. Uy, aquí tenemos, creo que he estado aquí. Creo que este es ahora nuestro camarote, me parece. Manual del personal. Muy bien. Aquí está Kaidan. Módulo de descanso. Muy bien. Estas son como las camas. Vamos a hablar con Kaidan aquí.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Sí. A ver, aquí ya no está ni Ashley ni nadie. Vamos a ver acá, Dr. Chacuas. Ah, mira tú. ¿Quién me dijeron? A ver, Dr. Chacuas.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. I wanted to travel, but humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Todo esto ya habíamos hablado antes. ¿No tienen nada nuevo que decirme? Bien, así lo único que nos falta es irnos a la zona del embarque, muchachos. Vámonos. Bien, aquí está nuestro personal. Vamos a ver si que tenemos aquí un suministro.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Tenemos una mejora aquí. Mejora de armadura, protección blindada. Ok. Mejora de armadura, regenerador, perforante, mejora de munición. A ver, comprar. Aquí tenemos ya las de espectro, pero como pueden ver aún nos falta bastante. Tenemos aquí unos bióticos. Yo necesito una herramienta. Aquí tenemos armaduras, pero todo esto podemos conseguir haciendo misiones, así que no es muy necesario estar comprando muchos de estos. A ver si es bueno comprar armaduras. Por ejemplo, esto vamos a comparar. Esto es muy bueno, pero cuesta bastante. Aún no tenemos ni un poco para poder comprar eso. Así que vámonos así, muchachos. Vamos aquí a hablar con Carlos.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
Hemos hablado aquí ya con nuestro muchacho. Tenemos a Rey, tenemos a Ashi. A ver,
Commander?
¿Qué tal?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
We came as soon as we got the distress call, even with the fastest ship in the fleet.
You did the best you could, Commander. It's my fault. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
We never trained to fight synthetics. The Geth haven't gone beyond the Veil in 3 centuries.
Our training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Con Rex.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Y la coreana está por acá.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
You make a good point.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Bueno, de un poco más de experiencia. Y bueno, muchachos, es hora. Ya hemos hablado con todo el mundo. Vamos a ver qué misiones tenemos por ahí y por allá. Bueno, aquí les voy a mostrar cómo funciona el mapa de la nave. Tenemos aquí dos tareas. Por ejemplo, tenemos lecturas inusuales. Tenemos 3 misiones extrañas. Vamos a ver. Tenemos que investiga el sistema Hydra. Ve el sistema Hydra en el cúmulo Argos Ro e investiga. Sistema Hydra, cúmulo Argos Ro. Vamos a ver. Este prácticamente es el mapa de la galaxia. Podemos aquí alejar la cámara. Y aquí tenemos la ciudadela. Y tenemos que irnos a... ¿dónde está? No. ¿Dónde está el relay? Muy bien. Esto es prácticamente todo el sistema. Los sistemas están aquí. Todos son sistemas. Tenemos aquí Coffee Trapper, el Metallicano, como Jagger, Hammer. Aquí tenemos aquí la misión principal. Tenemos aquí el cúmulo de Exodus, número de cabeza de... creo que nosotros estamos... Gemini Sigma, Argos Ro. Ajá, aquí está. A ver, ¿cuál es el que tienes que ir? Argos Ro. Aquí está, Argos Ro. Tenemos aquí sistema. Y tenemos que ir a Hydra. Tenemos Hydra ahí. Vamos ahí. Y vamos a ver en qué pelillo es la cosa. Barmanus, Medgos. Vamos a ver aquí. Bueno, aquí recuperamos una cosilla. Vamos a ver aquí primero este planeta. Siva. Aquí vamos. Tenemos más cosillas. Vamos aquí recuperando cosillas que están por aquí en el planeta. Y en un planeta tenemos que materializar. Hemos preparado este Canrum, este Siva. Aquí tenemos a Mergos.
Message coming in.
Ahí está Mergos.
Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Y aquí tenemos que aterrizar, muchachos. Aquí nos da una pequeña información del planeta. Y tenemos peligro de calor nivel 2. Vamos a ver. Y vamos a llevar a... aquí. Vamos a ir así. ¿Quiénes nos hacen con el carrito? ¿Se va mal? Y tenemos aquí también un tenemos que ir investigando qué tenemos aquí. Estamos acá. Tenemos ahí unos cuchillos. Vamos a acelerar. Y también en cada mapa tenemos recursos que podemos ir recogiendo. Esta zona estrellada, que hay que hacer lo mismo de siempre para abrir estas cosillas. Estas ya son de nivel un poquillo más. ¿Listo? Y aquí nos dan mejoras. Y bueno, aquí ya cuando tenemos esto, ya aquí, esto significa que aquí ya está. Acá tenemos dos anomalías, vamos a ir aquí. Y en esos mapas también tenemos recursos que ir buscando, que se encuentran en todo el mapa, o sea en toda la sección. Saben aparecer, tenemos que ir explorando con el carro. Eso no lo vamos a hacer muy demorados aquí, pero con eso también estamos bastante créditos y podemos hacerlos con bastantes créditos para mejorar más los cosas. Es muy bueno. También recuperamos ciertos recursos. Cada minuto podamos ver ahí eso. Nuevamente vamos a hacer la misión. Aquí tenemos una montaña. Se va a ver aquí. Pueden ver ahí. Justamente el mapa nos señala unos 3 puntitos. Realmente sabe ser mineral. Este es el curso.
Securing point.
Vamos a ver aquí. Vamos a hacer protección de mineral. Tenemos que obviamente hacer esto de nuevo. Y aquí tenemos torre. Nos dan. Esto nos da recursos, dinero. Y ya no tenemos que investigar.
The signal's coming from that downed ship.
Careful, Commander. I've got a bad feeling about this. Ken, it's a trap.
Es una trampa. Tenemos otra anomalía que está acá. Vamos a investigar. misiones que son así. Es bien difícil tratar de maniobrar. Vamos a hacer aquí espectro. Muy bien. También teníamos encanto, pero bueno, podemos seguir. Y pelotón, Ashley, muy bien. Y garros. Muy bien. Y vamos para allá. Podemos jugar aquí la Normandía, así. Todo está aquí examinado. Aquí, como que me parece aquí, depósito de territorio examinado, hay 3. En cada mapita de estos hay 3 de estos. Entonces tenemos que ir buscando por todo el mapa. Pero eso nos toma bastante tiempo, así que eso yo lo haré yo afuera del video. Vamos a la Normandía. Llegamos aquí el mapa de la nave. Vamos a dejar la cámara. Estamos aquí en Mergos, estamos aquí en Barmanos. Barmanos no hay nada. Muy bien. Y yo creo que este sistema está completamente realizado. Entonces lo que tenemos que hacer es ver qué misión tenemos. Vamos a ver la misión. Tenemos aquí investigadores desaparecidos. Tradición extraña. Del sistema de centro de cúmulo Hawkingeta e investiga la comuna biótica, ok. Tenemos aquí minerales valiosos. Hemos descubierto un gas, una tierra rara. Estos son todo lo que podemos conseguir. Y tenemos disciplinas troyanas que son 13, tenemos solo 2. Tenemos que ir consiguiendo poco a poco. A ver, aquí dice, vamos al sistema Anteus, cúmulo de Hades de Gama. Sistema Anteus, cúmulo Games de Hades. Sistema Anteus, cúmulo Hades Gama. Muy bien. Entramos al cúmulo Hades Gama. Cúmulo Hades Gama. Ya lo estamos dando. Cúmulo de Exos. Alquimeta. Árbol, cabeza de caballo, Gemini Sigma, Hades Gama. Y vámonos a Anteus. Aquí está. Ya tenemos aquí un nuevo sistema. Así como el otro, vamos a investigar. Aquí no hay nada. En un unidor no hay nada. El siguiente planeta es Mal. A ver qué conseguimos aquí. Un depósito de uranio, muy bien. Vamos a... El siguiente planeta sería este. Atrevin. Aquí podemos utilizar. Vamos a utilizar ya Atrevin. Aquí prueba. Aquí prospección. De una materia, que muy bien. Aquí tenemos a Etmos, una prospección, un depósito de gas, muy bien. Y aquí tenemos a Gecko. Muy bien. Vamos aquí. Aquí podemos utilizar. Vamos con el mismo equipo. Podemos ir así. Un poco de fuerza abiótica también. Bueno, y aquí lo mismo. Vamos aquí a los puntos interesantes. Por ejemplo, aquí tenemos restos, aquí tenemos base de investigación. Vamos a ver. ¿Dónde estoy? No tenemos... necesitamos más habilidad. A ver. Carros. Bueno, tiene esta... Yo tengo... Está aquí. Copetilla, vamos a ver. Podemos poner el Aurica, ¿no? Hace un poco más de daño. Aquí no hay nada. Bueno, de momento aquí no tengo porque la habilidad electrónica es demasiado baja. Vamos a ver. Necesito más electrónica. Muy bien. Aquí tenemos que regresar. Así ya regresaré yo más rapidito, por mi cuenta. Anomalía. Aquí tenemos restos. Listo. Ahora vamos acá. Que la base creo que es la misma. tenemos esa parte electrónica. Esta creo que es la... Si ya le maté yo. ¿Qué está pasando aquí? Chuta, y no guardé. No guardé la misión. Oh, sí. No he guardado. vamos a ver aquí a esto. Vamos a ver, Omnigel. Omnigel. Tenemos mapa de la zona, pero ahora sí vamos para acá. Vamos a ver aquí. Vamos a sacar con un obstáculo.
En route.
Nobody's been here for a while. According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
Esa excavación está por allá. Aquí no podemos entrar. Aquí no hay nada más. Hemos recogido Este fusil está mejor. Tenemos una Edge. Fusil. Esta sí me interesa. No, aquí a Carlos le voy a poner una. Esta de aquí. Te voy a poner aquí una Edge 2. Yo lo que necesito también ya es una nueva armadura. Vamos a guardar aquí por si acaso. ¿Alguien por aquí? Cascarones, muchachos.
I've seen this before. Machine cultists. The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
Son los muchachos, según parece. Todos se convirtieron en cascarones. Hay una cajita. Vamos a abrirla. Muchachos salieron de por aquí y de por allá. Vamos a ver. Hola. Aquí tenemos una armadura. Tenemos la codificación media. Ahí está. Muy bien. Vamos a ver, hemos conseguido cositas nuevas. Le podemos cambiar por esta. Aquí no tenemos escopeta. Podemos aquí darle una Edge 2 a este muchacho. Yo tengo ponerme... yo tengo 92, vamos a ponerle la Reaper. Sí. Una Reaper. Aquí no hay nada, vamos a ver aquí. Tengo una Blue Wire. Y puedo ponerme esta Gladiator 2 o la Assassin. Esta me da más protección contra el daño, pero tiene menos escudos y menos endurecimiento. Bueno, podemos ir así. Esta sirve para Ashley, el Guardián 2. Muy bien. Aquí tenemos ventilación, unidad, muy bien. Está por acá, me parece. Sí, aquí está la salida. Y listo, regresamos aquí a la nave. Hemos ya acabado esta misión, parece. Sí, tengo 15 instalaciones, minerales dolorosos y escritos de Sari. Tengo un escrito de Sari. Y me falta esta tradición extraña. Tenemos que ir al sistema de cúmulo de Hawking Eta y investigar la extraña comuna biótica. Muy bien. Pero eso ya será para una próxima vez, muchachos. Aquí vamos a regresar a la nave. Aquí en el mapa. Regresar a la nave. Y bueno, muchachos, espero que les haya gustado y ya nos veremos en una siguiente vez. Nos vemos.